Welcome. We hope you enjoy this episode of The Palace. It's brought to you by viewers and supporters just like you. Thank you.
Ride.
Oh my God, I think it's a pretty damn good ride.
That's like riding the snake, even more so, a dragon.
Lightning.
Dragon ride. Yeah, it's like lightning.
Oh, what's up, everybody? Welcome
Nice
back to the
be
Palace.
here. Hey, it's good to be here.
good to see you.
Just gotta stand up for this
Always.
one. This is always an official, holy thing.
Hell yeah.
Good to be back.
It is good to be back.
Weird to be, it's always, switching it up. It's always weird to be live, weird to be not, and then, so it's always weird to be.
It's just, yeah, it's a weird feeling. We just had the pleasure of being out with the myth, the masked warrior.
Business
Company Network.
The network was there.
Who's responsible for a lot.
Yeah, he's definitely the man who is really, really responsible for bringing this all together.
Meaning an extreme piece.
Yes.
Yep. And honestly, his support here has been huge too, so.
It's shocking. It's shocking to see what some people do with money. It's very shocking. It shocks me because it's what I would do with investments like that.
And it's shocking because it's a very rare thing to have someone be thinking that way.
It's a bit rare to have someone that doesn't have a love for money, but has the love of the good you can do if you are a decent man.
I suppose what it comes down to is there's probably, there's way too big of a percentage of people that would say, I have enough money, or they're just going to fight for more and more and more and more, and there's not a cap to that thought.
Yeah.
Then you have people like him, who's probably fortunate to have a little bit of dough,
Yeah.
but he wants to do the right thing, meaning that I think his family's good, and then what is he going to do with the rest of it? He's trying to make things right.
Is he going to gamble? He's going to go to a casino? No.
Yeah, exactly. He could spend it on himself and do something weird, but he's not. He's spending it on all of you, honestly, and he's doing something fun with it.
Yep.
And
actually looking to get things produced, which is a quality.
Yeah, he's getting into the creative side of things, which he claims he's not very creative, but clearly he is.
Oh, he creates. I know this.
He really does.
Yeah, he creates it out of love.
Yep. So he's a great dude. Just had some dinner with him, and
nice.
I know he's watching because he's the man.
Yeah, he's the man. He's always, he enjoys more than even I thought.
Yep. But that goes back to your point. So you're saying that it's going back to the money side of things.
Sure.
So you're just saying, so there is something you can do with your money that is good. You had a point. What was the way you just termed it out?
It was the love of money versus the love of what you can do with it.
Exactly.
Or rather, the good you can do with it if you trust your own will.
Right. And he clearly trusts his butt.
Yes, I'm glad he trusts his will.
But that's a rare thing to have.
It's very rare.
You know?
To detach yourself from that and make things produced is essentially magic. It's essentially magic when you use money to make something like that in the manner that he did. Is most people are not willing to make investments. I can't explain it.
What do I
know about anything?
What I like about the way he explains it is he's looking for it to benefit me, you, the people involved.
Net positive.
That's what's awesome about it.
Who is for a net positive usually? Not
many.
No.
No.
I can't think of anyone else.
Yeah.
Someone who wishes to amplify good is hard to find.
Yeah.
A man like that's hard to find.
So we're lucky to find him. Anyway, that aside from the whole love for money and all that crap, I'd love to have some more. So thanks for the rest.
Yeah, that's nice.
Thanks for the rest of the support we're getting from Patreon. We've got the other top tier, which is Drippy Bird, E4 Mafia, and Winona Riders. So
Winona forever.
yeah, and then the rest of the people on Patreon that are chipping in, which is huge.
It's people don't understand money. Money is time distilled. It's something that you can spend a lot of time doing that generates something that can be burned off very quickly. I'm not talking about, 10, 5, whatever the hell bucks, but it's just, it represents an investment of life. So what I say is when you throw money into a passion project, if you'll allow me to use that language, if you allow yourself to put money into that, it's different. It's a different thing. It's not just a financial investment.
No doubt about it.
Time it's distilled. It's a life that you spend to make that money.
I was going to say, the way I always think about these projects is, sure, everyone wants a return on investment. That's the plus to it. But it's like throwing a party, in my opinion. So you throw a party at your house, you're really doing it for everybody else. You're hosting something which might be nice for yourself a little bit.
Unless you got a bouncer at the door taking a cover.
But your main concern is making sure everybody at the party is enjoying it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like the passion projects that you're saying.
Yep.
I think that's kind of the same mode. You're throwing a party. You're probably not going to get it back maybe, or maybe you will. Hopefully you do.
There's an alchemical process of that money and what it translates into life that can't exactly put in the same words as the party.
Yeah.
But I know what you're saying.
Yeah, you know what I mean, though.
That's a transmutation. I guess everything must be a transmutation. I don't know.
You're going to have to do it some way.
Well, I remember they used to use good words back in the day.
Yeah, trans is getting thrown around a lot.
That was never my choice back in the day. They had a better one.
The one rolled off your tongue?
Mm-hmm. It was nice. It has a bunch of purposes. But yeah, that's the time. It's not just a contribution. It's lending energy for forward momentum.
That's it.
How's that?
You could say it's a little bit of a long game, too.
That's my bank.
But you're definitely, him in particular, he's thinking of others, too, because he wants us to get bigger and better. And he wants to be a part of it. And it's great.
Legend.
It's a great thing.
Such a legend.
And we are halfway through this Extreme Peace
Already?
drop. It's 3 down, 3 to go.
What is this, Wednesday?
And it does seem to be on a steady incline. I think everybody is liking every episode more and more as it goes.
That is like music, man.
Yep.
Mr. Music is here.
It's just the way it was supposed to be.
It's the way that it had to have been always.
Yep. Episode 3 was pretty damn good.
Yes.
It seems like the feedback's pretty good. And there's plenty more to come.
It's nice
Fetches
fruits.
are wild.
Strange fruit.
Charles has got such a banger coming. Where do you guys see it?
Yeah, there's some good bangers. There's some strange fruit headed your way. It's really nice.
We had a little bit of fruit from Nerlick Nick. Saw you all in, I'm guessing, St. Louis in October. MD is great. Made my night better going home to an empty house while I was still in the Army. Thank you very much.
There it is.
Nice,
You loved
thank
St.
you.
Louis, didn't you?
Yeah, St. Louis was really good. There was some areas in some of the maps that we saw that were, there wasn't exactly a demographic classification. There was other words for it. I couldn't really get it out of the computer. Mm-hmm. But there were some places that were rough to quite rough.
Really?
But I was only walking around in the place that didn't have that sort of, it didn't have any rap music playing. It had only 311 on the street corners.
Really?
The call to listen to 311, they call it.
Was it sucking you in?
It was sucking me in, and it actually keeps the ghetto away.
So 311 is kind of a barrier.
311 is a barrier. They might not like to admit it, but they are most certainly a barrier to bad behavior.
To the rough?
Yeah, to the rough. Even though I've witnessed a riot at one of their shows.
I did too, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
yeah, I think it was on YouTube back in the day. It was a full-blown fist fight. It was like turned into a brawl from hell.
Yeah, it was a big-ass brawl. We were smoking filterless cigarettes. We probably had our shirts off.
Yep.
We were buff back then.
Yeah, we were jacked back then.
Yep. Yeah, we were jacked.
Probably crushing menthols, or what do you call those cigarettes? We used to pop.
No, the crushed cigarette, no.
Remember those things?
Oof.
Those things I actually liked because it was fun.
Ooh. Yeah, I guess it had a tactile sort of, like you were crushing balls.
It's not anything you do on the regular, I know that, but smoking cigarettes isn't exactly my regular, but I will do it every once in a while.
Hear that.
So, should we, is there anybody on the line that we should rip to?
Do you think T-Bone is...
We do have somebody.
I
We have
just
somebody
wanna-
on standby.
I haven't heard from him so long. I just need to hear his voice.
Has been a minute since I've heard the predictions come true.
Yeah.
Could this be Charles? Hey,
There he is.
Yo!
What's
Hey.
up?
Terry, how long
Yo,
has it
you got
been?
me.
Hey, finally I got you.
What up? How's it going, man?
It's going pretty good, man.
Nice,
How about you?
nice.
Cool, man. I'm doing great.
Yeah, it looks
Great.
like the weather's pretty decent where you are. In hell.
Hell yeah. I'm just out in
The
the
void.
wilderness.
Nice.
No, it's good.
Out in the
Just trying to
wilderness.
kind of reconnect.
You got me? You heard me?
Oh, shit. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
nice.
still here. Cool. What's up?
What's up?
We've been getting deep. I've been seeing
Yeah,
the
hell
news
yeah.
cycle. It's been making my head spin. I don't even look at it anymore. I scroll by. I straight up don't even look anymore.
I couldn't tell you one thing that's going on in the news.
It's 'cause it's
insane.
too
Isn't that
much.
nice?
Your head gets
Is that a-
reset.
Everyone has
constantly.
the fatigue now. If you spin something so much, you get fatigue from it.
Totally. There's a big, beautiful bill. There used to be war. I can't follow it.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
It's
So let's just take a break.
Yeah, there's firefighters getting shot, I guess, by the Aryan Nation. I'm like, oh, really? I'm like, what about Las Vegas?
The Aryans,
Ha! Did they get that comped?
the Aryans are at it again.
Yeah, can you believe? I know I know Aryan guys, and they dump poisons into wells and stuff like that.
It's like they cause havoc for fun.
Yeah, I'm not serious, but
Yeah,
that's
they're-
what Aryans are known to do, I guess.
The Aryans, they're up to something out there.
Yeah.
No, then there's a picture of who it was, and it was a guy. It might be a girl now.
Oh.
man.
Goes away.
It's
Who
one of
knows?
them. I don't
Oh.
even know.
One of those, and then I think the police sergeant there was training with Israeli special forces.
Why wouldn't you
You know
want
how
to?
like all the police do that.
Don't
I'd
you
love
want
to.
Don't you want a standard issued Uzi and a Desert Eagle? Wouldn't you like that? Wouldn't you like to
Oh.
go with a Jericho?
Sounds like a tough guy.
I have one. Oh yeah, no, yeah, I need more.
You gotta get. Well, they have a history of trainings of certain scenarios that are pretty interesting and in the news cycle all the time. They're pretty famous for it.
Yeah, they're very famous for it.
They
They're
have-
the best at it.
Yeah,
they got to spread the news.
It's just like entertainment and just like all of politics. They're actually so good. And I'm not trying to make a race joke because it's applicable to this, and it's my favorite. This deception campaign I think is it's a biblical, and I love it. I love people that think that way.
Some muscle.
I love it. The one guy in the news, he had his voice like modulated after the old pager attack.
Oh,
He goes, "The whole world's our stage.
oh,
We control everything you see."
oh. Was that like anonymous or something, or was that a different?
Yeah,
one?
he wouldn't quite show his face. No, he was a bit of an IDF guy.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
he
it's
likes
kind of cool when they do it.
people. Sometimes
They
people
just
like
admit it
working
to
in the
them.
military.
He was an I don't give a fuck guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, he didn't give a fuck.
We control everything you see. Well, hey,
So what's cooking in your neck of the Rockies?
Nothing. No, I was just thinking, talking about that concert talk and just riots.
Yeah, it's out of control.
I was gonna say, at concerts is the most time I've ever seen people get knocked out cold.
Oh, there's
Why
a
does it
lot of
always
that going
happen
on?
there?
God, I never see this stuff. Is it because I avoid it, or is it because I never look at it once, so it doesn't pop up? Well, how come?
No, I just mean in real life.
Oh, in
Like
real
seeing
life, you've
people
seen it
fight.
everywhere.
Yeah. Just in real life. I remember one time we were walking in Dave Matthews and just people were yelling. Some guy just cheap shots. He's
Jesus.
out cold. Night over.
Go back 20 years ago, that never happened.
damn.
Crazy. Well, this must have been 15 years ago.
Yeah,
Whatever.
you're right. Probably.
Still good. So yeah, the only thing I did see in the news,
Not a good sign.
something I'm kind of getting obsessed with, is people going insane, talking to AIs and ChatGPT,
I like that.
falling in love, thinking they're talking to God, feeding their delusions, all that stuff. So I just think that was inevitable, but I'm really excited to see where it goes.
You think it's one step away from the DMT trip? Like this, hey,
Ugh.
oh look, they're pointing you out when you're back.
Hell yeah.
Hey, look who it is.
I heard they say they use certain slurs.
Yeah,
The
they use,
machine elves are using slurs.
it's weird that they use the same slurs as us.
Nice.
As us Earthlings.
Totally.
We got to meet up on a vacation.
Yeah, Vacation with the
You
Elves.
gotta go
Yeah.
with the elves too.
Yeah, exactly.
If
It
we could
needs to
only
be-
have a
late
little
night.
machine that could open it up and we could just tell jokes to each other. And do you think they would
Ugh.
convince us to kill ourselves?
Yeah, I would have to quit my job, cheat on my wife, kill myself.
Yeah.
How
Be
fun
free.
is that?
So good.
You think the AI things
Transition
like
to-
that? You think this is a military campaign? It's extracting the crazy out of people. Why wouldn't an AI? People don't usually think of the applications of the AI like that. People don't watch their science fiction, I guess.
You think that's the direct reason for it?
Well, assuming the premise of this story is even true. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, it's all speculation regardless.
I guess there's definitely intelligently designed things that could trigger people that have been abused enough, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know, they make movies and documentaries about this sort of stuff.
Even if it's not a plan. though.
Absolutely.
Even if it's not a plan, don't you think the more AI comes into the fold will drive us crazy anyway? Isn't that obvious?
Totally.
Yeah. What's
One,
what?
I think
don't
it's
think
better
about
and
it.
better. Like you can still kind of tell now. They're like, oh, here's Gen 2. You're like, I gotta look close.
Yeah, it's gonna
It's
get
gonna be
wild.
fucked.
All right, T, we're gonna have to zip back and
Nice
get
having
back
you.
to you.
Nice getting
Hell
zipped
yeah.
by you.
Hell yeah, man! It's good to
Getting
see you.
zip tied, folks.
All right, man.
Good
Enjoy the
check-in.
Rockies.
We'll be in touch. Hell yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. I'm hunting Sasquatch.
Oh,
So
yeah, get him
you-
finally.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna grab him by his nuts.
Yeah, beat him up before he dies.
Will
All
do.
right, brother.
Enjoy, player.
Catch up.
Oh, that's so silly.
It's good to hear from T.
Yeah, it really is. It feels like we've been in an invisible cage.
Been a time warp.
Yeah, one of them gravity pockets.
Yep. You had some good things that you had kicked around. I should have wrote them down.
No, I think they might.
Maybe just spit one out to us.
Yeah, there's one I remember.
I remember that.
It's about Bully Boy.
Yeah, remember Bully Boy? When are they going to restock Bully Boy?
Yeah, I'm not sure when they're going to restock that. I think maybe tomorrow.
Charles and I just went and got. We ended up picking up some good whiskey, but the names of the liquor that we were scanning our eyes across were blowing our
It
minds.
was like the craft beer renaissance with everything there ever was, and now it's like a child world when you walk into a booze
French
place.
toast
Yep.
whiskeys
It's just missing the chefs.
that literally looked like they had a waffle.
Yeah, the waffle palette.
It's like a waffle palette on,
Yeah.
on the label, like the dumbest looking things I've ever seen in my life. And
Who's
there
that
was
for?
10 of them.
Who's that for? A boy?
You know, for Bully Boy.
Oh, Billy Boy 2000. This
Bully
one's
Boy.
aged for 2,000 years.
Yeah, yeah, it's a single malt, 2,000 year.
Oh, that was silly. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'll be damned. I'll be damned if I can even remember one of those topics. I think we're going to have to make them up.
I know. I'm gonna have to spit one out.
Yes, I was going to have to spit one out at us.
We have a few things. Cody Masteller sent the Fix-It sketch to
What's
my
up,
buddy
son?
who I used to build tap rooms with. He almost pissed his shorts.
Ooh,
Oh, nice.
that's so
Who
good.
could even begin to match our freak? God bless.
Hell yeah.
That's so
I
good.
appreciate that. Yeah, the Fix It one was that was a fun, long
Yep.
day. You know, I had to pound a lot of drinks throughout that sketch, so to make it look authentic.
It was pretty interesting.
Yeah, there was a lot of those scenes where, sometimes you chug a beer and something could get a little haywire, so it's like, no, chug another one. So you just shotgun another one, and then something else is off, and it's like, shit, man, sorry, you're gonna have to shotgun one more.
Yeah, there are situations where those are the tools at your disposal.
Yeah, that's how you fix it, though.
Yep. There's a lot of truth to the methods and the layers of the sketch.
It's funny. I remember standing on top of that railroad thing, and there's no railings to it, but that was after I think I shotgunned like 5 beers at least at that point.
I like the shotgunning.
It is a straight shotgunning. I remember standing up there saying, maybe this is a good thing because I was more relaxed because it's pretty damn high.
Yeah.
And there's, I'm a foot away from jumping 45, 50 feet to my death.
Yeah, it didn't look good.
Yeah, so having a couple of beers, maybe it gave me just enough steadiness.
A little bit of weight in the lead.
Yeah. But that was a fun sketch, long one though.
Yeah.
That was a long day.
There were a bunch of setups for it. So it was 3 all throughout a house, and we had 2 or 3 or 4, whatever, outside.
Yep.
There was a bunch. There's a lot of that one.
Yeah, that's a good fun sketch. Charles and I were laughing our asses off at that at the plans. It was
Oh
good,
yeah.
which is the first. That was I think the first
Yeah.
thing we tackled, which was good to
Yep.
always be there with C going back and forth.
That was the silliest way to start it, and it had the perfect vibe. Like what Charles is saying is, right to that. It's
Yeah.
I just really love the old house stuff.
Me too. It is. It's a fun way to, because the stuff is, not even mildly scripted, but like looking at the plans and knowing what the floor looks like is when you have to come up with like sewage ideas and this and that. And
refrigerating the sewage and then venting it.
that was so funny into the living room. That's so funny.
That stuff. I can't believe some of that stuff.
Yep. So that one was cool, man. I'm glad your buddy liked it.
Yeah. Yeah. So silly.
We have a dono from Blasted Fantastic, thank you. And also Moriarty.
Hey.
Nice.
Charles's act in the electrical sketch was so funny, had to rewatch it 77 times, and lady screaming no 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 was a good one too. Very, very well done.
I don't know
boys.
how she did that.
She was a wild one. Yeah, Charles is always the funniest. So I mean, he had it was a great idea doing the glasses thing. That was a great idea to go through the
So
lens.
silly.
But yeah, the girl, the woman,
She obviously wasn't joking around.
no, like I think it was Rochford. Rochford, I think, was trying to figure out something that would be very, very, very funny about her because she was not stiff, but she was,
Well, she had something prepared, and it eventually got loosened up, but then it had to get kind of the Ripper treatment.
yeah, it was like I'm sure he was scanning ideas in his head, saying, "How can I make this really, really
Needs
funny?"
her nutso.
And he asked her to do that, and
Yeah.
when we saw the result, we were
Dying.
floored
Yeah.
at how she did it. We knew that was going to be a perfect addition to that.
It's hard to get even yourself to do something like that. I mean, to pull that off and it hit like that is I mean, I don't know who can do their voice like that. That's not usually doing what we're doing.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, she's probably, Hallmark type actress or something.
Yeah.
And she comes in there and does that. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. No, you really get quality. If you get someone from Hallmark, that's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm only spitting that out. I'm just saying
Yeah,
the curve
that's good.
style and everything is
Yeah.
very
Versatility on the fly
on
like
the fly. And she had good direction from Rochefort to do that. But man, she just went for it, and that was
So silly.
so funny.
that. But the worst, I guess the worst. Oh no, I'm thinking of the spinner when you were spinning. No,
Oh yeah, and that's probably
I still think of that.
it doesn't show, and it's because I was such a pussy. Because they probably couldn't use so much of it. But when we got to the San Guizinabog music video, the majority of the stuff I had to do there, besides like getting sent across the room or something like that, it was mostly spinning. And I was such a freaking pussy. And I swear to God, it's just my.
I think it was a lot.
My
You might have
old age-
been zinned or something.
But that's what I think adds to it. So if
Yeah.
you're on like a lot of nicotine, and I think I probably should have drank, believe it or not. I think it would have like leveled me out a little bit. But spinning upside down, like when your head is cocked to the floor and your legs are dangling down, and you're upside down, you're looking at the ceiling, and you're spinning, and not very fast. That's why I was like embarrassed. Because it's like just like a steady spin, but it's long.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's long. It's like you spin around 30 times this way, and then it tightens up, and then you spin around 30 times the other way. I was so sick.
That's so rough.
It was like an hour and a half of me sitting on a chair after that, wishing I was dead.
Oh, no, that's an extreme stunt right there.
But I just wish I could have like hung more. I was like, I'm like, Alex, I'm going to fucking die.
Yeah.
I literally feel, if I had a gun, I'd kill myself.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah, it was bad.
That's, wow. No, I knew that was insanely rough.
I was pouring sweat sitting in a chair, like holding back vomiting for so long.
Oh, no.
So bad. But it all came out very good.
Yep.
It's worth it.
Yeah, it's silly. They're sillier, and there's more silly coming out. They're going to keep on they're going to get out of the shorts.
I remember seeing Eric's bruises from that.
Oh,
Like from hanging, doing that spinning thing.
yeah. I mean,
Like-
that stuff, the harnesses will dig in.
Yep.
Shit
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. So
They put 'em
was
tight.
That was a brutal
Yeah.
Yeah. Look good, though.
Yeah, it looked great, and then whatever. Who cares about the wear and tear? I like sacrificing my body for all these things. I got some serious bruises, believe it or not, even from falling down that stairs in the fix-it sketch a lot. Because I did that probably 5 times or something like that. But even just catching that, you get like beat up pretty good. Whatever, it's all fun.
That was silly. The ones outside.
Yep.
On the deck kind of thing.
Yep. I got cut up going through that door when I blasted and said, "Yeah, right." That thing, I was all cut up on my legs and stuff. Stupid stuff, but it's fun. It's fun doing this stuff.
It's why we do it.
Yep.
Because it's right.
Hell yeah.
That's silly.
There's plenty more to come. There's a lot of banging sketches that are...
People have no idea how much they're going to get banged.
It's going to be good. We got any more of those things we can kick up on here?
Yeah, there's definitely a few more silly ones up there. Nick, there was a sort of a list on your chat thing.
Yeah, well, just on, I got some stuff here.
Oh, there's some,
Good.
I know there's silly ones. I know there's some good ones. This one's supposed to be good. This one was intriguing me. Lake Tahoe on the 21st of whatever month. Maybe June.
You were kind of telling me about this, and it kind of blew my mind. Was there seismic waves?
There's some sort of a seismic thing, but this is allegedly water sort of vibrating, and it's just Lake Tahoe or something like that, and it was fluffing around. And then there was, the boats came in the harbor, I guess. You see a devastating storm that happened immediately after, allegedly. We're going to see it in a second. I mean, it was pretty shocking to see. The sound is, it doesn't matter, but I mean, that doesn't look like there was a preparation for that.
How you know how much instrumentation there is to see this stuff coming?
On a lake? What happened?
I don't know what happened.
Now, they say it's a sort of HARP thing, I guess. It's a weather manipulation or a directed energy weapon of some sort. I guess you could say that, I guess.
The only thing I'd say is, why do it? Just to wreck some boats? The guy hates boats?
Yeah, I guess. One of the guys pissed him off, so he just annihilated the whole fleet.
Yeah. Yeah, someone said, I'm not going to be able to let you rent the yacht this week. He said, what? I got my whole family coming. He's like, I can't do it. And then he just seismic waves these guys.
Yeah, I mean, it could be anything. It could be generated. This could be old. They don't match up. I have no idea. I'm not trying to put insanity together, but this is wild to see. Oh, Howie Long.
At the very least, there's a lot of boats getting trashed. It doesn't even matter if this isn't even the footage from that.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's interesting enough.
I mean, even just the idea that many boats are getting roasted quickly. Look at how many boats are out there.
Yeah, it's really pretty wild. But I really appreciated that video that I wasn't in that area.
Oh, I know.
What are you supposed to do with your boat then?
Not to say we're ever far enough away from the hot spot, but do you ever feel comfortable the idea that you're not in like the heart of something that would be a target?
I guess I guess if you believe the movies, it's nice.
Exactly. And that's why I'm saying. Obviously, that would be me thinking exactly that. But still, don't you just feel like it's nice we live in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah, it's nice because I remember when they were when all the hat things, they were talking about the Samson option and all that stuff, and they're like this. Oh, we're gonna get New York. If we go down, we're gonna get New York, and we're like, good, get New York.
Like New York's traffic sucks.
I was like, get yourself, then get New York.
Yeah, exactly.
But that was interesting. I just don't believe there's missile capabilities. Everyone's shooting missiles. I don't even believe it. It's like, go, do whatever.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I was like, oh wow, do it. Ooh, ho, ho.
We have a couple small donos from Eric Hopper and from Andrew somebody.
Andrew Dice.
Like the stream, Christ is King from Eric Hopper. Thank you so much.
Thank
and
you, man.
Mirth Overload from Andrew Phoenix.
Okay.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Mirth is in the air.
It's always in the air. Can't you smell it?
Can't you feel it?
Yeah, always.
When Bully Boy's around.
Bully Boy's on tap, and it's always in stock.
I can't believe the names of those whiskeys.
Bully Boy's good.
Oh, shit.
But it's silly. No more Bully Boy. It's not. It's out right now, I think. We go to places where they run out of stuff when you're trying to get a drink.
Or if the places are closed.
Yeah, they're closed.
You drive around Creation.
You should be able to get it delivered by a drone. Just drop it on your head.
How come they limit times on booze? Like, why would the liquor stores be closed at 6?
It's probably, I guess it's just
They're telling you got to get ready for the work week.
Yeah, no, pretty much. I guess they'll say it's some sort of a Puritan law, but it's probably the owners of the liquor stores saying, no, make sure it's illegal for everyone to sell booze no matter what on Sundays because we want a day off.
Yeah.
It's probably something more like that. There's no Puritanism or in Massachusetts anywhere.
These guys probably never get a break.
Yeah, they don't.
In Mass, I was trying to buy booze the other day. I had to wait till 8 a.m. It was like 7:50. So I come back in 10 minutes. I'm like, what?
They said, I'm not going anywhere.
Now, that's kind of crazy if you think about when we were kids.
Chained up.
Because you couldn't get booze anywhere before noon.
Nope.
So the idea we can get it at 8 is, I guess, an improvement. But it never existed anywhere. Any day of the week, 12, there's no way you could get it before that.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And this was way back in the day.
Yeah, we're talking at least 20 years ago or something. But
What
8
was
o'clock
it?
in the morning?
It was, 2 a.m., the cutoff for White Hen?
Yeah.
And like everyone in our entire area had to go to this one place that would sell booze till like 2 a.m. or something like that. Remember White Hen?
And I'm sure they were just doing it against the law.
Yeah, I probably was. Man, those were the
The
days.
gantry.
Yeah, the gantry had some places.
Yeah, it did. That was the only place to get snacks when you
Yeah.
were high.
Andy Cap was always there.
It was. Andrew Cap.
Yeah, before he capped himself and he changed his formula.
Yeah, he changed his recipe.
He tasted it. He immediately caps himself.
Yep. And that was the story.
Yeah, that was the official story and the official lore within the company.
That's what they used.
But I had
So
to
what's
go
the
to
recipe?
the Flaming Hot Cheetos to get the exact recipe of the old Andy Cap.
And it tasted exactly the same?
It does, yeah, but it's just the more. I mean, you eat those if you're crazy. You know what I mean?
Because it's a recipe for death,
It's
probably.
yeah, it's just like taking hit points off of you when you eat every fry you eat. You know.
You know, I don't get high often, but when I did, eating something like Andy Caps would be a bad idea because it's hot,
Yeah.
but you have to keep going. So you'd be like burning yourself alive.
Yeah. Well, it's like the Simpsons to Hell episode where the force feeding of the donuts. It's going to be some sort of a torment thing.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's
Like,
probably the machine elves.
obviously can't stop snacking, but it's
Yep.
painful. So you just keep going, keep going. It's like the worst thing you could eat.
Yeah, it's really such a stupid place. Yeah, that's definitely one of them places.
Andrew Phoenix dropped another, by the way, research the Phoenix.
Thanks.
And J-Mo
Okay.
with $20. Fix a sketch is unreal funny. So glad you posted that on YouTube. Sent it to my buddies. We've been quoting it all week. Told them to buy Extreme P season for more. Much love from Ashland, Mass. We've done
Oh,
some
wow.
work in Ashland,
Nice.
Mass.
That's awesome.
Nice and local.
Oh, thanks for that.
Man, we had a job last year in Ashland. It's good.
Did you do it? Did you build a mass grave?
It was 1,000 shallow graves.
Okay.
There's 1,000 shallow graves we installed
All right.
quickly.
Okay, I remember that now.
Remember that,
actually.
right? You
I-
guys wouldn't notice it in Ashland, but it's everywhere.
No, even in the sky view, it's impossible to recognize too.
To detect.
Yeah.
Impossible to detect.
Oh, that's what had me laughing a few days ago. I was watching the Ninja Turtles from '87,
Yeah.
like in order, and it was blowing my mind laughing. But there's one scene where there's a Dimension X where Krang came from.
Yep.
I remember Shredder had like a alien metal and he could tear the
Open
fabric.
yeah.
But there was one point where Krang brought out, he gave to Shredder or Bebop or Rocksteady to, go look for something, but he brought specifically an alien metal detector. That was like a metal detector but a little bit jazzed up.
But what was it detecting?
Just whatever metal, like some metal
Really?
that was, I don't know, maybe probably the sword, maybe he forgot the sword, but it was something. But it had me laughing. Just the concept of an alien metal detector that you would be using.
Oh my God,
It
it's
had
funny
me
as hell.
like it's a good sketch. Finding an alien metal detector is
It is
really,
really good.
very silly. But the stuff in Ninja Turtles was really funny.
Is
Some
it
of was
worth
really funny.
watching? It's a tough sell.
That's a tough one. Yeah, I guess it's a tough one. But there's a lot of interesting stuff in it.
Yeah, obviously the voice work is good. I always appreciated that.
Yeah, the voice work is really good, and there's some really funny jokes in it.
Who is it surprising that Shredder is?
It's Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince.
Can't fucking believe that.
I can't recall his name, unfortunately.
Uncle Phil.
Yeah, Uncle Phil. And he was. I'm sure he's in a bunch of things. I just don't remember.
Is he in a casket?
I believe he is in a casket.
Damn.
Yeah.
I can't believe that was him.
Yeah, it's Uncle Phil. Isn't that crazy?
It is, but an alien metal detector. I wish I could get my hands on
Isn't
that.
that so funny?
Something that's state of the art and that no one else has.
Yeah, it's something that's a 1,000 years beyond the technology. Something funny.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Oh man, but I just wish I would have taken a picture with like some subtitles and sent it to you. It'd have been really funny. But I had to bring that because I was trying to remember that for a few days and I couldn't. So it just popped up. I had to spit it out.
Yeah, that's good. I'll be extremely. Oh, here's something.
CBDs. Yeah. What's this?
Oh, is this hempy?
Yeah. There's some sort of. This looks like a screenshot. Americans were duped. Well, I was thinking. I just came across a little bit of scrolling here on the platform, and I came across a reminder of the CBD confusion and the hemp genocide of A16, whatever the hell it was. But when the harvesting, the growing, and the fashioning of things with hemp fiber was made strictly illegal.
Disturbing disposal of the hemp.
Yeah.
When it's useful.
I guess you can make pretty much everything out of it.
And it's stronger than anything we're using, basically.
It's stronger than anything, and you make you name it. Make concrete out of it. You make a house out of it. Make a rope out of it. Make a marijuana weed out of it. Cannabinoid receptors. Cannabinoid.
Make metal detectors out of it.
But there's a lot in there, and I don't remember the details anymore. But even food, even a food protein and all that shit from the seeds. It was made illegal, and I never received a satisfactory explanation.
I wonder why, and obviously you don't have it, but why the hell would they deem that crap?
Yeah, why would they toss all the hemp and the marijuana and all of that stuff into the fire pit, and now we're on not even glass and not even rubber, but plastic.
Yeah, something really good for us.
I mean, they can make the plastic stuff out of hemp, and it's biodegradable. So why are we making it out of petroleum? The thing that's gonna run out one day. Why they wasting it on bags then, homie?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Come on now.
I'm trying to think, and maybe someone over there can look it up for me, but I'm trying to think when plastic came out, and it might be always in the same timeline that we always talk about.
It could be.
I'm going to guess, and I'm going to say 47.
47 is definitely the year that I associate with many of the execution of this terrorist state that we're living in now.
47, 50, let's see what it is, because it's going to be...
Yeah, it's looking like originally 1862, but then it was not petroleum based. And then 1907 is when the first synthetic plastic was kind of made.
Okay, so
I guarantee it really didn't come into effect though until then.
It wouldn't have come out.
Things can be invented, sure.
Yeah,
I think it's basically World War II is when they really started doing it. So that'd be in the 40s.
Oh,
because I know this because there's nothing made of plastic.
So it's the 40s.
Yep.
Before pre-40s, pre-World War II, which is still going on right now.
That hasn't ended yet.
The state of emergency hasn't ended, but that's kind of like a maritime law kind of conspiracy. There's no point even talking about it.
No.
Those who know really know, and those who know why things have gotten so fast is because there's a lot of emergency orders and all this law stuff that they can just steamroll. They can, shoot you up. Put uranium in your oatmeal if they want to, I guess. Right. For reasons of national security.
You can put plastic in your cereal.
Yeah, and now all of a sudden there's plastic, and it's a petroleum derivative. I guess they could say fertilizers and fluoride are also byproducts of bomb manufacture and explosive manufacture.
You could say that.
And so World War II, I guess you could say, is the end of the world. You could say that World War I is the end of the world when they started genociding the people
best.
like our ancestors, honestly, you and I. Our ancestors fought. They went into a meat grinder and they did the storming over the Normandy with the bubbles.
A good percentage of them are gone.
The good percentage that fought.
Yep. But it is funny how, and that's like perfect
World
that
War
we even
II.
saw that. So things.
A lot of mythology comes out of World War II.
It's always like the usual shit. It can be invented, right? And then bad things are invented all the time.
Yep.
So they knew it was bad.
And then they uninvent things too.
And then they're like, don't use that. That's bad for you. And then they're like, wait, what? After World War II, what? Or during it. What was that thing that was shit that would make everybody lose their minds slowly but surely? We'll put it in everything. It's like plastic. It's like, let's put that in production.
Yep.
Everything will be made of plastic.
make it so all of the manufacturer rubs off in your food. You ingest it. Then it's in the urine. It's in the water. It's in everything. It's in everything. It's in everything.
We didn't use that because it degrades and it goes into everything. Like, that's the purpose.
It doesn't biodegrade in the woods. It only biodegrades when you're drinking or eating out of it, or if anything's made out of it and you touch your skin. It only degrades when it comes in human contact. Isn't that interesting? It's almost like
it was made.
You ever see Prometheus? It's almost like, must everything be Prometheus? Everything is a genetically designed murder weapon by our overlords or something like that. But you still haven't seen it, right?
Still haven't.
Do you want to do a stream thing and watch it together?
I absolutely would.
Because last time I watched it, I did a double feature. I did. Oh wait, no, I'm mixing it up. I forget. I did Harlequin and Event Horizon, but I forget what I did after.
Harlequin? Did you do Harlan Williams?
Maybe I did 3. Yeah, I did Harlan Williams. But yeah, let's watch Prometheus. It's so much fun.
It seems good. We definitely should do that. That scene that we saw at one of the other palaces where he's kind of like perfect, and then it turns into shit. Is that the beginning of the movie?
That's the beginning, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's, I guess, our progenitors or something like that.
Okay.
And
I am curious about the movie.
Oh, yeah, it's really fun. I'm sure there's a lot that was taken out of the movie that would have been a lot better to have in. That's the feeling I get for it. There's probably a lot of the cut that was taken out, maybe, that put things together. Some of it's a bit silly. You'll see Guy Pearce, a very silly and fun performance from him, and Michael Fassbender. There's a lot of good stuff from that movie.
Yep.
And the woman from not National Treasure, Da Vinci Code, the first one.
Oh yeah. All right, the first one?
Yeah, the first one.
The girl that plays Sophie Nauvoo?
Oh, her?
Yeah. Okay. I believe it's her. I believe I'm right, but she's in that, and she gets some really good special treatment.
I kind of like her a lot.
Yeah, you're gonna really like what happens to her and what she experiences and what she does. It's a lot of interesting stuff, and there's enough that's kind of weird and silly, but that's okay.
Yeah. All right, we'll definitely do that. We should do it.
Oh, we're gonna have so much fun. But must everything be like that? Why did they use plastics? Why didn't they just use hemp? Why?
This is the full circle, so that's what we're getting at.
Is it a full circle, though?
Well, it hasn't exactly completed it.
Well, it hasn't completed, but there is a beginning to it.
But hemp would serve the purpose of plastic.
Yeah, everything.
And they have made it disposable.
I could only put forth, perhaps it's one of Carroll's laws. I don't know.
Yep.
There's been 5 or 6 or 7 of them.
And they've all come true.
They're all always directly applicable, unfortunately. When it comes to if you're living in an occupied world, then every scientific achievement you can assume in its origin is for nefarious purposes. So it's kind of like, I guess you could say, science fiction, sort of evil villain thing. I don't know what you would call it. I don't know what kind of trope it is.
And it's kind of the polar opposite of what you think, because any type of thing that you're saying, any scientific invention or
most people will.
You'd have to say it's a positive and it's going to serve us.
Yeah. Or most people would attribute something negative to strictly incompetence or greed.
Or if it's something really good, they'll say that guy's going to die because you might be privy to the idea that if it's that good, it would have never been publicized.
Yeah, and why is that? Why is if you invented a car, let's say, that you could power with water, why is it you have to literally run and hide because you're a dead man?
Isn't that, like, where's the incentive to create it?
Doesn't that prove all conspiracy theories? Isn't that, you see, there's a logic, there's a sort of a divine logic you can apply to these things, thusly.
It's almost a Carroll law.
It's almost a law. It is almost a law. I'm not going to say anything that comes out of my mouth is divinely inspired.
Sure.
But it's definitely could be a law, and you could probably practice law if you were learned enough.
Now, it's kind of funny because they'll give you the high school diorama trifold poster girl every once in a while that'll come up with a solar panel that is this big, which creates as much energy as something that's the size of a football field.
Yep.
But is it ever real, and does it ever come into manufacturing that we use it?
30 years later.
You never see it. You never see it like, I mean, I'd love to have that on my house.
Nope.
7 of those. I don't pay electric anymore, but you don't ever see it go into anything.
If you did build those and distribute them, you'd be a guy that blasted himself twice in the back of the head before he blasted everyone he knew.
Threw himself off a bridge.
Yeah. But that's why the law. That's why, assuming those stories are true and not, what I feel like those disclaimers, because we live in an insane world. I'm not trying to make everyone insane, but I feel like that is it's a straight up true thing, and it's sad, but it's just the reality is that that's whatever. It's just a fun world.
The first one I ever heard in my entire life, I was probably 10 years old, but it was always a tire that can last basically forever.
Yeah, I remember that.
You remember hearing that when you were a kid? That was the first one I ever heard.
That's a good year that
yeah.
lasted, didn't degrade.
Yeah, exactly. Like they came up with it, or it's the opposite. We'll say what you just said, not to throw names out there, but they are the ones that would buy out it so they could continue to have a shitty tire that you have to replace.
Whichever way, whichever it is, whatever way, if it's a suppression of quality of life and the lowering of suffering in the world, it is an act of war.
Yeah.
And enslavement. And that is at its absolute foundation, and nothing comes before.
And you'll probably always see it. Military, do you think military skips over that and they might have certain privileges? Like, let's say a tire on a militant vehicle.
Yeah.
The tires don't degrade.
No, there's no incentive to even bother using banned materials, because there's more money to be made if there's a flat tire. You replace the entire vehicle.
Yeah, it's government funded. So
Yeah,
it
comes out of your money.
Yeah, it's still money.
And if they don't spend it, then people are going to ask more questions, or they'll just say they lose it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the more money, the more life force and distilled time the government spends, the more that is a sacrifice that is forced, even though you're not of their religion.
It's probably even safer to say that the tires on military vehicles would degrade faster because it's easily funded by my money and taxes.
100%. The stuff in the military is extra poisoned, extra. Well, look, I'm not speaking with any authority. I'm not in the military. I don't have any sources in the military. But I would just expect the soldiers, because they're trained into weapons, so it means they're dangerous. Therefore, they need to be neutralized. It's just common sense.
Makes sense. All right, what else we got over there?
Yeah, we have quite a few actually. So we have I Panini, who says
Hi.
the Careless Coffee Company skit is the favorite,
It's so stupid.
which I thought was very funny.
I think it was a barrel of laughs.
It was
I was so happy.
so silly.
Yeah, I laughed a lot when I saw that.
We have Harm Cannon. I think it was Cannon, right? Harm Cannon, Two Kings, Love from Ireland. Thank you so much.
Hey, thanks.
Nice. Love back.
I wish go to Ireland. We have so much fun.
We would have fun.
My gosh, we should do a movie, do a documentary.
We should. Travels
It's
with
called-
Charlie.
Yeah, that's what we do. It's a feature that it's just us.
Yeah.
Got some Aussie bucks.
Hey, there's a
thrown
place
at
I
us.
want to show you, Eric.
Where is it?
We
Ireland.
have some Aussie bucks from Zach.
Hi, Zach.
Loving Extreme Peace, guys. Even saw a guy wearing an Extreme Peace shirt where I live in Bum F nowhere in Australia.
Wow.
Love from Australia. Christ is King. Thank you.
That's
Nice.
amazing. Man, it's spreading all the way out there.
It's
I love
so
it.
nice to see
That's
the
great.
bugs there. And I'd like to go there, but I think it'd be hard to get there.
It'd be hard to get there, and I am fearful. What the hell? Like, I don't know how. Like, how do you guys all survive with all this fucking reptiles and I wouldn't say reptiles. I don't even know what's out there, but I think you got
Spiders.
you either got a box a kangaroo and
That thing will punch you in, but put you in a headlock, kill you.
yeah, I'm like, I don't think I could make it. But there's big ass spiders and shit, isn't there?
They're freaking chasing you, knock you down.
Yeah, and they'll get you.
It sounds crazy.
They travel in gangs.
Oh, they piss you off.
No, yeah, they piss you off enough just to like fuck with one and then two get you from behind. They're smart.
We have another dono from Andrew Phoenix again.
Hey.
Thank you so much.
Nice. Thank you,
And
man.
Alora, $20 dono. Love you, Charles. Love you, Eric. Charles, I was playing the old Castlevania for NES with my older brother the other day, and it got me thinking of the entire origin of medieval dark mythologies and retellings in modern times. Thank you.
Damn.
Is there a lot there
That's
going on?
nice. Yeah, there's a lot of fun lore in Castlevania
Yeah?
and all throughout the games. A lot of them, especially for PlayStation 1 and DS, are so much fun. They would shock you how awesome they are as games.
Really?
Yeah, they're really, really good. Symphony of the Night is awesome. And the ones for DS and Game Boy Advance they would shock you how much fun they are.
Probably, yeah. I'm sure they would.
Because Castlevania is accessible.
It's up my alley, I'm sure.
It is, and you know, I mean, you can definitely get lost if you can, but you can always get back to the right insane place.
I'm always focused
Metroid.
when it comes to games. I'm like, I can't. I don't even know how. Where's A?
But the lore, it's sometimes, you know, you do have to get retrained when it comes to controllers. But the lore with those games is I don't know, it's fun. I guess Dracula. I've never read the book, but I don't know what a shlolomancy, right? Sholomancy,
That's the author?
shlolomancy, whatever Dracula was using in the Bram Stoker one. I guess it was allegedly taught by the devil himself, and there's some sort of alchemy.
Do you ever believe in, I wish I knew how to reference this. There's books, like The Ninth Gate, the movie, is, I think it's after something called The 12th Gate.
Oh?
Something like that. And that's a real book made back in, 1500s.
Really?
1600s. And that's like, it's all based off of that. It's not the Ninth Gate, it's like the 12th Gate. And I think in the book, it explains how to make gold from different elements, if I'm not mistaken. But I thought it was interesting to hear it. That's what the Ninth Gate's after. And I'm sure it has all the other shit that the Ninth Gate does.
Yeah.
But it's something...
It's an alchemical treatise.
It is.
Yeah.
It's all alchemy. And I think it's how to live forever is the basis of the book.
So Sorcerer's Stone.
Yeah, Philosopher's Stone.
Possibly.
Yeah, Sorcerer's Stone is the alchemical
Yep.
concentration, I guess, of life from blood, I would say.
Yeah. Whatever the hell it is. But I mean, I thought that was interesting. And in other words, do you believe the book's real? No, I don't know how else to put it. I'm just saying, like, it's a wild thing.
I guess you're gonna have to assume, for the sake of conversation, yes. How else can you explain? There are a lot of things that can only be explained by alchemy and the transmutation of either fear or suffering or anger or joy or whatever into something else. It can only be explained in those terms. So I would assume that a lot of research done in alchemy has a basis in fact.
I would kind of, and even more so like right here, 1591, the 12 gates.
Ripley.
Ripley's Believe It or Not. And... But it is who can I mean
it's like a poem.
What was I just going to say about it?
We could go through this. We could go through this.
It's probably interesting.
The thing about this is that never mind.
I was just going to say that the book, it's got something, and it'd be too hard to look it up, I'm sure, but there's a reason why the printing press was already made, and they couldn't use it because it was like deemed bad. So they had to still like do it the old-fashioned way. So there's like more to it that even makes it more rare, and it makes it...
the knowledge was too dangerous for the people.
Yeah, it was like something serious. So
they would figure out what's being used against them.
Maybe there's something serious to that book.
Yeah.
It's a rare one. It's worth a lot of money.
It's a lot of weird stuff. And even Nicholas Flamel and all those guys, even from Harry Potter, I guess from alchemy fame, John Dee, a bunch of other guys. I just forget who. I guess it's kind of like Faust, I guess. But everything with alchemy, it all just points to the same thing. It points to how eating is, how the ingestion of a life force can beget more life or something. It just seems like a euphemism, I guess.
It sounds like you're trying to be one of those fallen angels, which isn't a good thing.
I mean, you could put. I guess you could definitely put it that way. It's a sort of an agriculture that is at the lowest level of this world, with insects and minerals and bacteria and all that stuff, up to the top of the food chain, mankind, and up to higher in the food chain, those which are too afraid to be recognized, those that are invisible, those that run the agriculture with invisible hands, so the livestock wouldn't destroy the rulers. And that's just how it is.
Wouldn't be a revolution.
But why do unseen things require sustenance? Why do strange gods require death and eating?
And where's the fear? Meaning that why don't they want to be seen? Because they're top of the food chain.
Top of the food chain, but I guess to be at the top of the food chain, you have to be a nameless thing, just like the people. The people are the things that control this world. They'll say, "Oh, it's the president." Well, we're laughing for years. Yeah, it's the president. Or like, George Soros is doing. I'm like, you know his name.
Right.
You know his name. He's a problem. Oh yeah, right.
The richest people in the world. They're the ones that run it.
Dude, if the people that were really running I guess it's only a matter of time till I guess if they can come out sooner or later if they're not all right. But if the people were really known without a doubt to be doing insane damage and they were known, then people would hunt them. So in order to be at the top of the food chain, you must be invisible.
It's part of the weaponry.
It's part of it. If you don't have that, you can't. You get stomped.
Jerp is not invisible. Thanks for the dono.
Nice.
Howdy, gang. Currently reading Dispelling Wetico, Charles.
Wetico is so good.
Wetico.
Yeah.
Heavy stuff, man. Speak straight to my life and soul. Thank you for putting me on it.
Yeah. Hey, thanks. Thanks for knowing that one. It's a really good one.
Taking your advice.
Yeah. That book really makes a big difference in how people conceptualize the way evil, the origin of evil, and the way that it's spread, or how people can be capable of things that are beyond your comprehension or that are beyond their, I don't know, normal psyche or whatever. But, I guess people would normally say they're crazy books, but I think the times are crazy right now.
Yeah, it seems like people do reach out for the crazier things.
They do.
You're crazy if you don't get into fullmode.shop.
Yeah, you have to do that. You have to get on fullmode.shop and you're going to buy everything you see.
Doesn't anybody wash their bodies?
No, they need to.
Doesn't anybody wear clothing to go to a clothiers?
Do you guys even have noses anymore? Do you smell yourself?
Yeah.
That final art print will be signed by Eric and Charles,
Listen
and
to that.
it will only be available for a very limited time.
Yeah, that's.
Can you believe after all this time it's finally complete?
It is, and it's a hell of a freaking collective artwork.
How many Groundhog Days does it feels like you lived through?
Million.
A million? It feels like 5 lifetimes ago. Oh.
I wonder what episode we're on, because it's been a long time in the palace and it's been good. But I mean, in other words, how many episodes
Have we even been counting?
No, I don't count. That's why I have no
We have
idea.
it. We have it counted by season, so I'll have to figure it
No,
out.
you don't have to figure it out. I'm just saying, it's been a lot, and
Yeah.
it's been nice.
It's been a bunch.
It's been good to chat with everybody for a long time. It's going to be a lot more. I'm not quitting for another I think 23, 24 years.
Things are
Yeah,
only
We might be over
just
100.
Imagine
100, doing this for another 100 years?
No, he's saying it might be over 100 episodes.
Oh, okay.
That'd be wild to think that, though.
We're only just getting started.
Yeah, we are.
I believe it.
I
And
really
know
do.
that this is true.
Yeah, I think we're starting to really cook.
We're starting to cook. I'm starting to start.
Charles has got the burners on.
Yeah, I got the burners on, and I am just looking to become.
You know what's funny? I've been so busy with construction that it seems like I haven't posted on construction god stuff in forever, and it's not lack of videos, because I have you'd think I haven't worked in 3 months, but I have 16 jobs that I did, and we're so busy that we can't even edit videos. It's just wild. There's so much.
Sick.
In other words, there's so much content to drop. There's so much things in the future. Charles is getting really.
I'm going ham.
Yeah, he is kind of going ham now. I think the push from Extreme Peace is sending us right on the
Cranked up the fire
highway.
really well.
So-
yeah, it's the best thing ever.
There's a lot of stuff to come very shortly.
Charles, what did you think about Russell Brand sitting crisscross with his feet out next to David Lynch? You got to put that guy back in his place with Needle.
Oh,
Thank you, Mario.
I remember that one.
Needle?
I know. I just haven't thought about him doing that. No, I just thought it was weird. He had his feet out and he was sitting next to people.
Oh, yeah, his bare feet out?
Yeah, he had his feet and his toes out. It's Russell Brand. This is the needle junkie.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden he's Mr. Christ is King.
Is he
That's great.
foot fetish kind of guy?
Yeah, he's a foot kind of guy. His own feet beats off to his own feet, and he's actually a kind of, you know what he is? He's a Christ is King kind of guy.
Yeah, well, he's kind of the...
No, I guess I mean the reverse. That
Yeah.
was there before him.
I know what you mean. Russell Brand is... believe it or not, I haven't heard anything from him in years.
He was Albus White,
I know he was, and he was Mr. Funny Guy.
Albus Dumbledore.
So then he was Christ?
Now he's Christ is King kind of guy.
But is he still, or did he disappear from that?
No, he came back looking into the camera with his getup on, and he's talking about everything that we would talk about 8 years ago, 9, 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Now,
Mr. Mouthpiece?
Mr. Mouthpiece, he's a Christ is King kind of guy now. He's off the needles and all that. Hey, we can appreciate everyone's turning around, but you got to keep in mind he was married to Katy Perry.
Yeah.
You gotta understand what that means.
Isn't she? She's a Christ chick.
She's
too,
a Christ is
wasn't-
King kind of gal too.
Isn't she?
She started out as a quote unquote Christian singer. I
Yeah,
guess.
I thought that was her story.
Yeah, she probably wasn't born in a test tube created to do wickedness in this world.
Those
No,
big ass guns.
she's got big guns. She's John Benet Ramsey, I
You
guess.
can't mess with the D's.
Just like Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Yep, just like Taylor, Anton LaVey, or who was it? LaVey's? No, who was the? I don't even remember the name anymore. I don't remember the names.
Sometimes it never sinks in with me because I'm too much of a head in my sand type guy, but it'll never ever click to me that everybody we see everywhere that's big
Yep.
is just there because they were pushed right there. It'll
Yeah,
never sink
not
in
weird.
totally.
Yeah, no, I don't think people could ever understand that. You could understand
I'm
it.
wrapping my head around it, but it's so hard to just let in completely. I know I still don't.
Sad. It's hard to understand, but I guess that's how they shape the culture. I guess the chasing of celebrity. It takes the heat off of the torment that's going on and the reduction of quality of life, I guess.
But when you add up the numbers, there's so many of them.
Yeah.
You know, like in my head, I would say, "Wow, it's a hell of a program they have running here. It's got to be like 200 people, kind of like faking existence."
Mm-hmm.
But if you add up the numbers, it's just wild. It's mind blowing to me. So much so that it's hard to let in.
Yeah. It is. I guess you're better off not letting it in.
That's why I haven't done it.
No, don't let it in. I think it's just.
You know me, I don't scout out or search for things to make me worry.
Yeah.
So I just don't. I don't do that.
Yeah, they could all be AI and you wouldn't even know it.
Just like plastic being invented early, AI's been around for how long? And now it's only in our face now.
AI, I guess it's been around since as long as people were using divination, like talking between whatever layers in this world. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
There's no way to put your finger on it.
yeah, but to formulate it as programming and all that, I'm not really sure how to wrap my head around that.
You wrap your head around this. Thanks, Pug Chesh.
Nice.
Chesh? Pug Chesh, $50. What's
Oh!
up, fam? What's your opinion on vitamin D deficiency? Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what my opinion is on it, and then Charles will give you an accurate one. There's only one thing I'm deficient in every single time I go to the doctor, and it's D. And you've never seen a guy spend more time out in the sun. So I don't know what to say. Literally. It's the one thing every single time. Any blood test comes back, your vitamin D is really low. I'm like, imagine if I was an office worker, I'd be dead. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I'm in the sun every day, 7 days a week. Sunday, I work for 5 hours today in the sun.
It's probably because your body needs to. There's something happening along the way where it's taking in the vitamin D, but it's not transferring it to your bioavailable.
Which is where I'm gonna have to figure that out, because it makes no sense.
Do you use a lot of sunscreen?
No, I really don't. That's why I'm fried.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, like one out of 4 days where it's really sunny, I'll put on sunscreen. Other than that, I'm getting loaded.
I don't understand.
Doesn't make any sense. So what's your thought on vitamin D, Charlie?
I guess my thought was the sun or a vitamin D3 lamp in the winter, I guess, if you can't get that much sun. So I just try not to eat supplements these days. I know I need some, but D3 I just don't anymore.
You don't notice anything bad compared to when you used to load up a lot.
Yep.
With all different vitamins.
Yeah.
That was what everybody was doing that was smart, right?
Yeah, but how can you, if you know everything's fake, then how can you trust something that wasn't made in front of your eyes?
Exactly. So everything that's in a pill form is obviously
What do you say? I mean, I know niacin works because you take it and it does something.
has an effect.
I know niacin works.
But now the fact that you don't do that, you notice like a serious deficiency in everything you were overloading in? Or is there no difference and then it was all a big fat waste of money?
I just don't even know.
Your gut hurts now?
No, it
Because-
hurts less, I guess, from taking less stuff. So maybe I feel better.
Okay, good.
Yeah, taking stuff is not good. But I need magnesium. I need a lot more magnesium. I guess I'm gonna have to get these things from food. There's a lot of stuff that I do feel distinctly deficient in,
Yeah.
like magnesium. That might be where everyone is most deficient in.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
How come my doctor's not telling me that?
Probably wants you to die. He probably gets $1 million if you die.
Yeah, probably. They all my doctors have insurance policies on.
They're taking them out on patients.
Oh, what do we got here? A wrestling bit.
Yeah, this seemed interesting. It was making me laugh.
Wow.
Yeah, look at the way these guys used to go.
It's so funny.
I never used to appreciate that when I was a kid. That's really slow and technical right there, I guess. But I never appreciated this as a kid, but I love these so much now.
I do too, because
Aren't they amazing?
you're putting yourself in their position and
Yeah.
you don't even know how it's possible.
Oh man, like it's just I love the way these guys they can move like this. It just makes me so happy.
It's exhausting. Like, how old are these guys?
Hey, look, those hits are so good. They're probably 18.
That guy was fat though. See, if I did that, I'd probably have a heart attack.
Yeah.
After.
you fall down. We got it's so silly. Yeah, but I like those. These
Me too.
These were putting a twinkle in my eye.
All right. Is there anything else up there? Because we should do it and then probably zip.
Yeah, I think we've expressed our love for being alive and our love for life, the sacredness of life,
Yeah.
the sacredness of comedy and supporting that which you live. You donate your life, your distilled time into it, which is money, and it gives these things a life. And I think that's nice. I think that's worth a dang.
It is. It's worth thinking about.
Yeah,
It's a good spin on it. People think about money, they think about bad things.
they do.
You start thinking about money and you're thinking in the right direction, it's a good thing.
Think about it right. Think about it. That makes things big.
We'll say it again. We did chill out with Business Company Network. He is the
It
man.
was so much fun.
Can't thank him enough for everything.
Such
honestly.
a god.
Everybody else, thanks
Yo,
for tuning
thanks
in.
a lot. The Palace comes at you. Wow, we're gonna leave through the coffins this time, or are we gonna just stand and do it up?
Now I'm going to have to just zip out of that
All right.
because I got to have to go.
Okay.
All right. It's been good.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, we'll see you around, Jolly.
Let's zip out in this. Can I zip out outside of it? Will I be inside out?
Bully boy.
And don't forget, all of the episodes you get at thepalace.show.
Oh yeah.
Make sure you do that.
Thepalace.show.
That show.